ShawneeCTV would like to thank the following community sponsors in helping make this broadcast possible. Sebastian Homes, specializing in exceptional residential properties. David Nicholas and Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Jeff Chamblin, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, enjoys helping people. Mentoring with a mission. Uplift Mentoring. GCTC, a career and technology center located in Shawnee. Brown and Sons Towing and Recovery. Big or small, we tow them all. Play It Again Sports, where we give you cash for your gently used athletic equipment. Grand Roofing Company. Give David James or Stephen Johns a call. Stewart & Clover Attorneys and Title Company exists to help people. Big enough to solve problems, small enough to care. Fred's Tire and Battery is locally legendary. Downtown Auto Body works for you with your insurance company to reduce your hassles. Protecting your business is our business. Ford Insurance Agency, Charlotte, Barnett. Casterkey Auto Mart. Shop at the lot or online. At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. Connecting patients to convenient, compassionate care in our community, that is First Med. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience, Casterkey Tire and Alignment. L's Jewelry, Shawnee's friendly jeweler. Eric's Pharmacy. Ask about compounding. Triad Complete Healthcare. Schedule an appointment today.
Good afternoon, ShawneeCTV, and welcome to ShawneeCTV's presentation of Lady Wolves softball at Hall of Fame Stadium, the state finals for 2008 Class 5A. And look at the Wolfpack mom down there, all dressed up in their cheerleading outfits. I'm Tony Booty Wilson, and welcome to today's broadcast. The Lady Wolves are undefeated, one loss through their bracket, and face the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders. We'll be back with the opening pitch and lineups right after this.
Fred's Tire and Battery is locally legendary. Known for their friendly family welcomes and just as friendly exits, Fred's can service your vehicle needs. Make Fred's Tire and Battery your first stop when your vehicle needs service. Charlotte Barnett has insured regional business with commercial policies for over 40 years. If you want to get the best commercial insurance coverage while working with a commercial insurance expert, call Charlotte's Ford Insurance Agency now for a quote.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ShawneeCTV's presentation of Lady Wolves softball. There you see it. ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, the site of today's Class 5A state championship game. Ashley Brookshoulder and the Shawnee Lady Wolves have taken the field, and they prepare to take battle against the MacArthur Lady Highlanders. Defensively for Shawnee, in left field is going to be number 23, Aaron Bonner. In center, number 22, Sydney Boyer. Kara Pinson in right. At third base, number 26, Kaylee Allen. At short, Brittany Hampton. At first base, Lindsey James. Behind the plate today, Harley Davis. And on the mound, Ashley Brookshoulder. And folks, if you've never seen this, you're in for a treat because she is phenomenal. Anytime that you talk about best pitchers in the state of Oklahoma, if she's not mentioned in the first name or the second name or the third name, somebody doesn't have any idea what they're talking about. Brookshoulder's ERA is a phenomenal less than 1 per game. And she has a multitude of pitches ranging from a screwball, a rise ball, an inside drop ball, an outside drop ball, a fastball, any kind of ball that you can imagine. Ashley throws it. Lady Wolves have gotten to this state finals game by first defeating Collinsville 1-0, then defeating top-ranked El Reno 1-0, and needing to win one of 2 games. El Reno came back yesterday, which would have been Friday, and defeated the Lady Wolves 2-0. But a resilient Lady Wolves team with only 3 seniors on their squad finished off El Reno in the nightcap 2-1 to advance to today's state finals championship game. Looks like we're still a few minutes away from the opening pitch, so we'll be back after these messages. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community one season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are prepared for the first pitch of this 5A state championship contest. Ashley Brookshoulder, the lady on the mound for the Lady Wolves, leading off for the Highlanders, is going to be their catcher, number 5, Chelsea DeLong. And folks, let me tell you, this Lawton team is a force to be reckoned with probably for a few years to come. As I look at their roster here in the program, I see only one senior on a state championship caliber team, 4 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 5 freshmen. So that's highly unusual for a 5A school to be this young and have this many accomplishments. But by the same token, your Lady Wolves are a relatively young ball club as well, with only 4 seniors and a whole slew of juniors. 2, 3, have to take off my shoes here to count these many juniors for the Lady Wolves. They have 2, 3, 4, 6 juniors on their squad. And if you're wondering what the delay is, that we're fortunate enough to be here today with the partnership of Cox Communication and the Fox Sports Network. And we're waiting on the production crew just to say, let's play ball, and we will be ready. Beautiful afternoon here in Oklahoma City at Hall of Fame Stadium. And for those of you that are not aware, Hall of Fame Stadium for softball is, simply put, the mecca for softball. There is none bigger, no stage bigger. This is where the USA team practices for the Olympics, and Team USA plays here all the time. We are finally ready for action as DeLong gets into the box. First pitch from Brookshoulder's on the way, fouled straight back, strike 1. So a very good start for the Lady Wolves as they pick up an opening strike. Lady Wolves in their gray uniforms, blue tops with gray numbers. Lady Highlanders, black uniforms with yellow trim, yellow socks. Good crowd on hand. Beautiful sky, not a cloud anywhere to be seen on the main field at Hall of Fame Stadium. Pitch number 2 is in there for a called strike. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. The key for the Lady Wolves today is going to be take care of the opportunities that are given to you. Brookshoulder will keep you into the game as long as you can be there. She is a strikeout artist. I predict she'll probably have 10 in the finals, as 0-2 pitches on the way, high for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. No extra outs today, and what is meant by that is no errors. Make sure you make sound defensive plays, make good throws across the diamond, and record the out. Don't want to give a team any extra opportunities that they might take advantage of. 1-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3 for the first out of the ball game. Brookshoulder paints the inside corner, and DeLong is the first strikeout victim to start the game. Great start for the Lady Wolves as the energetic and very loyal Shawnee crowd applauds in agreement. Now at the plate is Brianna Rico, number 15 for the Lady Highlanders. Right-handed batter swings at a pitch above her head for strike 1. When facing somebody like Brookshoulder with an assortment of pitches that she has, it's really hard to, there's no way, in certain situations you could think, well, 0-2, I'm going to see a curveball, or 1-1, I'm going to get a fastball, but with here's the pitch is fouled away quickly, 0-2. But with the assortment of pitches that Brookshoulder has, you just never know. I mean, it could be a rise ball, drop, curve, knuckle, just a number of anything that can come your way. So once again, Brookshoulder jumps ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes on the 2-hole hitter. Brianna Rico, only a sophomore, outfielder. Bats right, throws right. Number 15 for Lady MacArthur Highlanders. 0-2 pitch is high. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the game that we done earlier on ShawneeCTV, we had the Lady Wolves, and Brookshoulder struck out, I believe, 17. A phenomenal number at any level. 1-2 pitch on the way. Change up, swing and a miss for strikeout number 2 for Ashley Brookshoulder. So she's thrown, I believe, 8 pitches, 2 strikeouts. A great start here for Ashley Brookshoulder and the Lady Wolves. Softball is a funny game. It is a funny game. If you have somebody on the mound like Ashley broke shoulder, this is usually where you end up in the state finals. Now at the plate for MacArthur is going to be number 12, Kelsey Ebert. And there's strike one. Kelsey is a senior, the only senior on the Lady MacArthur roster. She'll be playing shortstop, I do believe, today. Has a stance up in front of the box. Tall in the box is Kelsey Ebert. 0-1 pitch on the way is fouled off into the stands. Heads up. Whoa. You got to be paying attention here, folks, because that ball will get to you in a hurry. And if you're not paying attention, it'll get you. So once again, to the third batter of the ball game, broke shoulder goes no balls, 2 strikes. And true to form, let's see if this ball might be a little bit high. Trying to set up the 1-2 pitch. 0-2 pitch on the way. Instead, it's strike 3. Broke shoulder strikes out the side to start the state championship game. Coming up for the Lady Wolves in their half of the first will be Brittany Hampton, Sydney Boyer, and Kaylee Allen. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community one season at a time.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
Great prices sell cars, and Castricke Auto Mart truly understands that principle. Straightforward pricing with no gimmicks. Located on the corner of Harrison and Jefferson for over 40 years, shop at the lot or online. Castricke Auto Mart. They're good people. Downtown Auto Body works for you with your insurance company to reduce your hassles. Downtown Auto Body is on your side to get your vehicle repaired as it should be, back at top condition. Trust Downtown Auto Body, Main Street, Shawnee.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hall of Fame Stadium. 1-2-3 went the Lady MacArthur Highlanders, all on strikeouts. 2 swinging, 1 looking. And leading off for the Lady Wolves. We're going to have a little delay here as we wait for our national TV coverage to come back. There's a good look at the scoreboard there. That's what we like to see. Brittany Hampton, that's a good look there for the Shawnee Wolves, as Miss Brittany Hampton will be leading off when we resume play here. Brittany, number 25, a senior shortstop for the Lady Wolves. And again, for those of you not familiar with fast pitch softball, and like baseball, the catalyst is the leadoff batter. You get the leadoff on, do a number of things, hit and run, sacrifice bunt, and let your 2, 3, and 4 get them going. And it looks like we are ready to resume play here. On the mound for Lady MacArthur, Lawton MacArthur, Lady Highlanders, Amanda McClellan, a junior. First pitch is a strike in there. Kind of a unique feat here that not really sure what that was on the first pitch, but the Lady Highlanders, let's see if they do it again. I'll try to pick that up. Everybody moving at the pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and it's going to be down for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, let's see. The center fielder runs in. The left fielder runs to her right. The right fielder runs to her left. First and third go to the respective bags, and short and second meet at second. Ball is well outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Lady Wolf leadoff. Got to make up those strikes here. Good situation here for the. There's a ball slapped foul. Oh, right into the camera hut there. He never flinched though. He took it like a champ. Not really sure what the movement is. We'll try to pick that up here again right after this pitch to see what the Lady Highlanders do. Just one of those silly superstitions, I'm sure. And silly superstitions aren't silly because I believe in them myself, folks. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strikeout of Brittany Hampton to lead off the game. Ball appeared it might have been a little bit high, but that's okay. She'll be back and get her next time up. Now to plate for the Lady Wolves is center fielder number 22, Sydney Boyer. Sydney, one of the cast of juniors for the Lady Wolves, wearing number 22. Looks at Papa Dad Todd down there for a little instruction. Sydney's first pitch is going to be called a strike. Looked a little out, but welcome to softball, as that's the way it usually happens. Quickly, one strike here on Sydney Boyer. 0-1 pitch on the way is going to be called a strike for strike two, and there we see the movement again. Short and second to the bag, center field in, left and right fielders the opposite direction, and the corners go to their bag. Just something they picked up and continued to do, and nothing wrong with that. 0-2 to Sydney, pitch is on the way. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to have an appeal down to first base. First base umpire says no, she did not go. And the count will stay at 1-2. Junior, right-handed batter, digs in. Ball's going to be down and away to even the count at 2-2. We got a little raucous crowd going down in the front with the Wolf fans, student body down there, and then the Highlander fans down there as well, supporting their team. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Ball's going to be hit towards first baseman, and she's going to camp under it. That's number 9, Courtney Ledford, who makes the out. So now batting with 2 down for the Lady Wolves, Kaylee Allen, third baseman. Number 26, Kaylee, a sophomore, bats in the 3-hole. And 2 down for the Lady Wolves in their half of the first inning. So, as anticipated, this might be one of those classic pitchers' duels that could go 32 innings. But the Lady Wolves will come through here in a minute as the first pitch to Kaylee Allen is down for a ball. Well, it appears that the control of McClellan might become an issue there. She's 2-1 to a couple hitters and leads off with a ball. There's a ball popped up towards the first base side, trying to fall, and it's going to fall in foul territory as first baseman Ledford, right fielder number 10, Christina Crisp, give chase to no avail. And it'll even the count at a ball and a strike apiece. 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. Class 5A state championship softball. Your Shawnee Lady Wolves versus the Lady Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. Thank you for tuning in to ShawneeCTV's presentation. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lady Wolves are putting the bat on the ball and getting some good looks, and they'll get the timing down of this MacArthur pitcher. I'm sure I forgot to ask Coach Boyer, have Shawnee and MacArthur faced off any time in the year? I would assume probably not. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, popped up foul, and it'll make the net here. And the customary roll down the screen and wait for somebody to catch it. They'll probably get booed if they don't catch that one off the screen, I do imagine. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just all around successful year thus far for Wolves and Lady Wolves athletics. 1-2 pitch is high and away to make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. I do have to wish well wishes along. I this morning unfortunately attended the funeral of State Representative Danny Morgan's wife and got to visit with Governor Brad Henry, a Shawnee alum. And Governor Henry, there's a ball hit to the second baseman, squirts on the ground, picked up and thrown across in time. And we'll finish the Governor's story as we return to the next half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for Shawnee in their half of the first. Through 1 complete, we're scoreless 0-0. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community 1 season at a time.
We have contracts with many employers and we do drug testing, alcohol testing, pre-employment screenings. We also do workers' comp, so if someone gets injured on the job and needs stitches, staples, break a bone, then we can absolutely see them and they cannot go to the emergency room.
Connecting our community with convenient, compassionate care.
Yes.
That's what you guys do.
It is what we do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the OSSAA State Championship softball contest between your Shawnee Lady Wolves and the Lawton Lady Highlanders. Anyway, back to the Governor. Told the Governor, I said, I got to get out of here, sir. I got to go cheer on the Lady Wolves. And he wishes the Lady Wolves well in today's activities and sends his regards. Unfortunately, can't be back. Can't make it for today's game. Leading off for MacArthur is Courtney Ledford. Courtney, I believe, is the first baseman, and she as well is just a sophomore and batting cleanup for this 5A team. Watch for the screwball. It'll move in on the right-handed batters. Starts out over the plate and just dives in. That's just a plain old-fashioned fastball at 60 mile an hour is what that is for a quick 0-2 count. Each one of the first 4 batters, Brooks Shoulder has been 0-2 on. 3 strikeouts thus far. Once again, beautiful afternoon here at Hall of Fame Stadium. And that one gets away from Brooks Shoulder, and that's going to be a hit by pitch to Ledford. Looked like she tried to put a little extra mustard on that one as that one got there at 62 miles an hour. And for those of you from 40 feet, 62 is like about 95 mile an hour fastball from a major leaguer. So that ball gets there in a hurry. And it appears that we're going to have a pinch runner for the Lady Highlanders here, number 4, Tori Chacon. And that just tells you the importance of runs, as MacArthur head coach Dennis Furr knows that they will most likely be at a extreme premium today with a pitcher like Brooks Shoulder. Brooke Zuckerman is now at the plate. Another one of the freshmen for MacArthur. And I would have to assume that this team is based with all the freshmen playing, that they've played quite a few years of softball together. There's a sacrifice attempt. It's going to be fouled back, strike 1. I would have to venture to say that that's a traveling AAU team to have that many freshmen playing on a 5A team like this. Got to look for the sacrifice here. Try to move the runner in scoring position. Lady Wolves in depth, ready to receive the bunt and get it out. And that is the key right here, if the sacrifice is down, to make sure of an out. 0-1 pitch on the way. Strike. There's straight steal. Throw down. It's going to be in. Oh! Saying the tag is not made in time. That's going to be a straight steal. As applying the tag, looked like Brittany Hampton got the tag in time, but the umpire had other ideas of it being down. So now it's an 0-2 count, and MacArthur with a runner at second base and nobody down. Straight steal for pinch runner Tori Chacon. Really surprised. It was a good throw down by Harley Davis, but just getting around the tag was Chacon. 0-2, nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. Brooks Shoulder gets her sign. Here's the pitch on the way, and the sacrifice is down, and it's foul. And that's going to be recorded as a strikeout for Brooks Shoulder, as the bunt attempt that goes foul on the third strike is a strikeout in fast pitch softball. Now coming to the plate with 1 out is Sonora Zuckerman. I would have to, again, assume that they are sisters, and rightly so, as she's another freshman. Zenora, the second baseman. Brooke playing outfield for the Lady Highlanders. Still got to be cognizant and ready for a sacrifice bunt with only 1 down here in the second inning. Brooks Shoulder, let me write that K down here so I can keep track of that one. That's the 4th one of the game thus far. There's a pitch right down the heart of the plate at 61 miles an hour for a called strike. Dennis Furr going through his signals to his freshman second baseman. Again, pinch runner Tori Chacon comes in as Courtney Ledford was hit by an 0-2 pitch in the helmet. She's okay, we're happy to say. And Chacon comes in and steals second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be bunted up in the air, just on the net, out of the play of Davis. So the count to the Highlander batter, Zuckerman, is now 0-2. And this is where Brooks Shoulder really gets focused when you get runners on. She takes it personal with a minuscule ERA that she has, and she really buckles down. So we'll see what happens here with 1 out and an 0-2 count. Brooks Shoulder looks in, gets the sign, brings to the set position, and wheels. There's a strikeout of Zuckerman. Sure thought that was strike 3. And it is. I didn't think I'd lost my mind completely, but just somewhat, as you all well know that from watching our broadcasts. So that's the 5th strikeout for Brooks Shoulder, and that'll bring up number 34, Lauren Reneker, a sophomore third baseman. Broke shoulder allowed the first runner on with the hit by pitch, and we talked about that earlier, and that's one of those deals about the extra outs. There's no way to defend a walk or a hit by pitch, so you really have to buckle down and play for the outs now. Here's the first pitch. Change up at 49 miles an hour is going to be a strike, and Chacon is going to take third on a steal. And, folks, I'm going to tell you, you talk about a contrast from 62 to 49, and you just, again, that's like I talked about in the last half inning, you just never know what's coming, so it's really hard. She just does a great job of keeping hitters off balance. 0-1 count here. Lauren Reneker at the plate here at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, the motherland of softball. 0-1 pitch on its way. There's a ball. It's going to be fouled back. So, once again, the count goes 0-2. Harley catches that one off the net. So, big pitch forthcoming here for Ashley Broke Shoulder and the Lady Wolves, as MacArthur got a runner to second base with nobody out, trying to strand her and get down the inning and go pick up a run for themselves. 0-2 the count, 2 down. Second inning, deuces are probably wild at this point, I would imagine. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the outer half of the plate, and Broke Shoulder gets the Lady Wolves out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors. One lady left for MacArthur, and they're half the second. Coming up for the Lady Wolves is going to be Broke Shoulder, Allen, and Hampton. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. We're together, we're building community one season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ashley Broke Shoulder leading off. As you see a good shot of the scoreboard here at Hall of Fame Stadium. She'll be trying to get on and pick up a run to help her cause. Always good when a pitcher helps herself out. Broke Shoulder at the plate. First pitch to Ashley is going to be high and away for ball one. So I think if the Lady Wolves can be patient at the plate, they may work a walk out of the MacArthur pitcher, Amanda McClellan. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way, is outside. Oh, going to be called a strike. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. These umpires set up in what they call the slot. It's the inside part, inside of the catcher's shoulder, and as you can see there on your screen, Broke Shoulder fouls one back and makes the count 1-2. And they claim they can see the ball better on the outer half of the plate, which I really don't agree with most of the time. But I'm not umpiring, so I don't guess I have to agree with them. Broke Shoulder with 6 strikeouts through 2 innings. 2 looking, 4 swinging. There's a pop-up on the left side. See if it'll stay in play. It does, but it falls foul. So staying alive is Ashley Broke Shoulder, and that's the name of the game in softball. When the count goes to 1-2 is we're going to have a visit to the mound by the MacArthur coach. He obviously saw something in a delivery somewhere that he wasn't too happy with. Coach Todd Boyer visiting with his senior hurler, now batter. Happy for Coach Mize, Coach Rowlett, Coach Boyer to congratulate them on getting their Lady Wolves to the state championship game. And I have to tell you, I got my phone rang last night and it said Todd Boyer, and I answered it and I said, "What's up, Coach?" And he said, "Booty, I'm ashamed." I said, "Why's that?" And he said, "You said we won, but Todd Boyer didn't get any love." So I had to give a little self-anointed love to Coach Boyer today. I love you, brother. Longtime friend is Todd Boyer. Happy to be around him and his successful program, both baseball and softball. Broke Shoulder with a ball towards second base. Second baseman Cam Sundrent, and makes the play for the first out of the inning. Making that play was Sonora Zuckerman. That'll bring up Harley Davis, the Lady Wolves catcher. And the broadcast we had, Harley had a big game and was very instrumental in scoring the Lady Wolves' first run. So we'll see if Harley can get the offense going here in the second inning. Neither team with a hit. We've had one base runner due to a hit by pitch. She was stranded at third base. Harley takes the first pitch down and away, ball one. Walked through the gate today and I was bombarded with people going, "Hey, Booty, what are you doing here? What's going on, Booty?" And good to see a lot of people. Johnny Clown worked for the OSSAA along with Mickey Thorpe of Meeker. There's the strike call on the outer half. And in softball, if they're going to give you that pitch, you got to live out there and you got to adjust as a batter and lead with the hands and take the ball to the opposite field. 1-1 pitch on the way. Harley swings and a miss for strike 2. Quickly, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The tempo of softball is that of kind of like volleyball. There's something going on every pitch. And again, congratulations. Unfortunately, the Lady Wolves were defeated in the opening round of the 5A State Volleyball Championship. And that pitch is going to be called a strike. Good frame job by the catcher to get that strike out there. Catcher Chelsea DeLong, and meaning by frame is if it's a marginal pitch, she brings it back in just a little bit for the umpire to see, and she held it there long enough for the umpire to call strike 3. Now at the plate for the Lady Wolves is Lindsey James. Lindsey playing first base, wearing number 7, a left-handed batter. First pitch to Lindsey is a strike on the outer third of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Well, we talked about what runs will be today, and that is a premium. In the Lady Wolves 4 games, they've scored 4 runs and given up 3. So that just tells you how tough it is to score in softball against quality pitchers like the Lady Wolves have seen. Lady Wolves defeated El Reno to get to the state championship game. El Reno was the number 1 team and the number 1 seed in the state. There's a pitch on the outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The season series was 2-2 against El Reno, but the Lady Wolves won the 2 games that mattered most, and that's here in the 5A state tournament. Not a breath of air here at Hall of Fame Stadium as the pitch is on the way. A strikeout is going to be recorded, and that will retire the side in order for Shawnee in their half of the second. Through 2 complete, we remain scoreless. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community 1 season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top half of the 3rd inning of the 5A State Softball Championship game. We've got a scoreless pitchers duel going on thus far. 1 runner reached base in the 2nd inning for MacArthur. She was stranded at 3rd as Ashley Brokeshoulder struck out the side. Leading off the top half of the 3rd inning is Christina Crisp, number 10 for the Highlanders. There's a bunt attempt that is going to be offered at for strike 1. One of the things that happens in girls softball is it's called the slap. If you're not familiar with the slap, it's just you slap at the ball, hope that you hit it. It's kind of like an Ichiro of baseball. You get the feet moving, get out of the box, and try to get down the line. Every step is important with a fast-paced game like girls fast-pitch softball. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way, and strike 2 thrown by at 60 miles an hour. So quickly, Crisp in an 0-2 hole. Brokeshoulder has 6 outs through 2 innings, and all via the strikeout. She's going to strike out everybody in the game. I'm going to nominate her to Sports Illustrated Player of the Week. How about that? You heard it first right here. It's my prognostication of the day. There's strike 3 to Crisp. Never stood a chance against Brokeshoulder. And that's strikeout number 7 for the Lady Wolves, right-handed hurler. Now coming to the plate for MacArthur is going to be number 8, her counterpart, Amanda McClellan. See if McClellan can do anything here. Lady Wolves pretty much straight away, medium depth here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Ooh, big curveball, just misses inside at 46 miles an hour. Wow. Wow, 16-mile-an-hour differential and 40 feet is just, wow. Amazing things she can do with that softball is Ashley Brokeshoulder. Brokeshoulder gets a sign. Pitch was a little bit in, but offered by McClelland to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And through 8 batters, that was the first batter that didn't go 0-2 and then try to fend for her life from there against Brokeshoulder. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the 3rd. Brokeshoulder set and delivers. Shortened up to bunt. Ball is high and away. Pulled back. Not offered at. So it'll be 2 balls and a strike. Brokeshoulder doesn't walk many. I believe Coach Boyer told me at last count. And this was the last game we had was 2 strikeouts for 117 innings, I believe. Or 2 walks for 117 innings, which is just astronomical. There's the 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike to even the count at 2-2. Lady Wolves around the infield. Shortstop Lindsey James, Harley Davis behind the plate. Excuse me, Lindsey James at first, Harley behind the plate. So we get this 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, swung and missed the ball high and outside for out number 2. So let me record that one in my little score sheet. That'll bring up Chelsea DeLong, the catcher for Lawton MacArthur. Back to the top of the order. One of the freshmen here for the Highlanders. Strikeout victim. First pitch on the way is going to be down and in, called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And a scene that you won't see very often in Oklahoma, especially in October, is the flags are pretty much limp. Just a very slight breeze blows the Oklahoma flags. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, curveball at 47 miles an hour. DeLong went down looking her first time up. The first of 8 strikeout victims thus far for Ashley Brookshoulder. That pitch is high to run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Good crowd on hand today. I believe Westmore and Broken Arrow will be playing in the 6A championship game following this contest here. Congratulations to those 2 squads for making their respective classes state tournament finals. There's a pitch in there for a strike to make the count at 2-2. Highlander green is prevalent on the third base side. Wolves blue on the third base side. I'll get it right in a minute. I'm dyslexic all of a sudden. 2-2 on the board. Here's the pitch. Little dribbler is going to be foul. To stay alive is DeLong. DeLong handling the catching duties today for the Highlanders. Trying to get her squad started, a little rally here with 2 down. Brookshoulder, however, has other ideas of that. Wolves fans on their feet, clapping their support. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball outside to go 3-2. Well, this is the first batter that Brookshoulder has gotten to 3 balls to. We had the 0-2 hit by pitch. But other than that, 3-2 is the first time that it's been a opportunity for base on balls, but strike 3 is forthcoming. Another prognostication. Well, forthcoming doesn't mean that it actually happened that exact pitch, right? So I'm still good with my prognostication. And Daniel's on the camera today. Do I get 2 prognostications?
You can have as many as you want. We're not talking together. You just prognosticate on, brother.
Woohoo! I got the green light for prognostication. All right, 3-2, 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch, and it's lined down the left field line, foul. That changeup hung a little bit there, and DeLong gave it a whack, just out ahead of it for a foul ball. So we got a little battle going here between DeLong and Brookshoulder. DeLong trying to show a little resiliency here. And let's see what kind of offering this one's going to be. There's no telling with the variety of pitches that Brookshoulder throws. Comes set, rocks, underhanded delivery on the way. Change up, gets her strike 3. We have 9 strikeouts through 3 innings for Ashley Brookshoulder. Lady Wolves look to score in the bottom half of the 3rd. You're watching Shawnee Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community 1 season at a time.
Play It Again Sports, where we buy your gently used sporting goods for cash. We've dedicated 2006 as the year of the student athlete, where each month we're going to give out an award. The award doesn't go just to the greatest athlete or to the greatest student. It goes to the greatest person.
At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. A genuinely local atmosphere. The Oliver family has more than 70 years as butchers with Hardesty. If you're in Shawnee, you gotta stop at Hardesty Deli.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the third inning. ShawneeCTV's presentation of Lady Wolf softball. We're glad that you've tuned in as we await the official signal from the TV folks. There's a good look at who's up for the Lady Wolves. That's Kara Pinson going to be leading off. Kara, the right fielder, a freshman in her own right, number 15. Beautiful atmosphere here this afternoon. Crowds getting into it. Reverberates off of the concrete pillars here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Wonderful place to be, and just a great memory for these ladies to be able to play here at Hall of Fame Stadium. First pitch is going to be in there for a strike. And there you see again the movement of the Lady Highlanders after each pitch. Third and first through the bag. Short and second to second. Left fielder moves to her right. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way. Is going to be outside for a ball. Left fielder to her right. Right fielder to her left. And center fielder comes in. Be kind of interesting to know where that originated and how long it's been going on, and if they pass it on through each Highlander team. There's a swing and a miss by Pinson. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. She falls behind. Lady Wolves so far unable to get any offense going against McClellan. No base runners so far for Shawnee. That's all about to change, however. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called will get Pinson looking. So McClellan in her own right is trying to go toe-to-toe with Brooke Shoulder. So we'll see what the extra player, Malin Walker, will do. Malin Walker, excuse me. Number 8, a senior. And you can have an EP, which essentially equates to a designated hitter, if you will. Malin, number 14, takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 offering on its way is going to be fouled back to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Patience is the name of the game in softball. I mean, again, runs are at a premium. If you score 3 runs in fast pitch softball, that's usually a big number. And especially with a pitcher like Brooke Shoulder, that'll get you a win about 99% of the time. McClellan is battling just as hard and doing a great job so far to stymie the Lady Wolves offensively. Neither team has registered a hit thus far. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. We'll get Malin Walker for the second out. Coming to the plate is Sydney Groth, sophomore second baseman, number 18. Sydney coming to the plate with 2 down. She digs in the box, eagerly awaits the first offering to come from McClellan. McClellan gets set, looks in, fires, going to be down low for a ball. Lady Wolves trying to get something generated here with 2 down. 2 strikeouts in the first part of the inning. There's a ball slapped to the third baseman. She's up, throws across in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left for Shawnee through 3 complete. We remain scoreless. You're watching Lady Wolves State Championship Softball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community 1 season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top half of the 4th inning. Leading off for MacArthur is going to be number 15, Brianna Rico. Sophomore, number 12. And there's a lot of strikeout victims for MacArthur in their first time through the lineup because Brooke Shoulder has struck out the first 9 batters she has faced. There's a pitch going to be inside for ball 1. Once again, just a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here for softball. Crowds gathering in, settling in, what has turned out to be a pitcher's duel. Neither team has registered a hit thus far. Only been 1 base runner. That was a hit by pitch to Courtney Ledford in the 2nd inning. 2 stolen bases by Tori Chacon, the pinch runner, left her stranded at third base with the 3 strikeouts following the hit by pitch. Brooke Shoulder falls behind 2-0 to the Lady MacArthur leadoff batter. Once again, that's Brianna Rico. 2-0 offering on the way is going to be high for a ball, 3-0. So Brooke Shoulder with a little bit of control problems here, leading off the top half of the fourth. I imagine she'll get it back right here and get it pulled in for a strike. Asking Harley Davis to come out and visit. Not really sure what they'll visit about, but Harley obliges and goes out anyway. Maybe Brooke Shoulder saw something in the way the approach is now coming for the Highlander batters and wants to make an adjustment and let Harley know about it. Maybe just a little regrouping effort here. Harley trots back to the plate to get ready to receive the 3-0 pitch. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. Lady Wolves and Lady Highlanders are scoreless in a pitching battle. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Still got a battle here, 3-1. At-bat's not giving up with the base on balls. So Brooke Shoulder can come back with 2 more strikes to get the leadoff batter, Brianna Rocco. There's a pitch in for a called strike. A curveball, a nasty curveball at 46 miles an hour on 3-1. So a 3-1 count now goes to 3-2. We'll see what the offering is going to be here with the payoff pitch. Nobody down. Brooke Shoulder set, fires. Ball is going to be fouled back into the right side of the screen, up and over. Ball out of play. Seeing a lot of the Wolves football coaching staff here, and just glad to have them on hand. See Sunshine over there in the crowd, Braley Brown. A lot of footballers here. Seen, Iron Man, Superman, amongst others. Keiko is in the crowd. Thunder and Lightning, I believe, are here. Just all around great setting and surrounding here for state championship softball. Brooke Shoulder gets the sign, sets, delivers. Ball is going to be well hitting and forward up there by some of the Wolves coaching staff. You take a look here. ASA Hall of Fame Stadium. That's Daniel Shaughnessy on the camera today. Thank you for being here today, Mr. Shaughnessy. So again, we got a little battle going here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top half of the fourth. Brooke Shoulder with the pitch. Change up, got her. Strikeout number 10 for Ashley Brooke Shoulder. Unbelievable, goes 3-0, and we're going to focus on a few of the girls. There's Brittany Hampton, one of the seniors at shortstop. Brittany is a vocal leader here on the softball team, and she was on the Steve Fluke Athletic Show that you saw right here on Channel 99 on ShawneeCTV. And she's the catalyst for this squad. As we have Brianna Rocco going down on strikes. Now at the plate, I believe, is Kelsey Ebert, number 12, and that ball is going to be fouled out of play for strike 1. Brooke Shoulder uncharacteristically fell behind Rico, 3-0, but battled her way back with 2 big change-ups and/or curveballs, however you want to look at them, to record the 10th strikeout of the contest. Tootling right along, we are here in the old ball game, top half of the fourth inning. Brooke Shoulder, 0-1 count. Fastball outside at 63. And 17 miles an hour, folks, from a changeup to a fastball is just, it's really inexplicable is what it is. I mean, it's just, it's astonishing. As again, a little communication problem here as Harley trots back out to the rubber to visit with Ashley. Highlanders brought a good crew up from Lawton on Interstate 44, and the Wolves faithful traveled I-40 west to Oklahoma City here for today's ball game. 5A state softball championship contest. Again, I believe 6A will follow it whenever this game concludes with Westmore and Broken Arrow. There's the ball popped up. Will it stay in play? Nope, it reaches the screen for a 1-2 count. I believe that pitch was registered at 39 if I saw the board right, and that's even more phenomenal. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ooh, ball just off the plate. Good spot for that fastball at 61 miles an hour. Davis does a good job of holding that spot there and offering it up for the umpire. He chooses that it's going to be just a little bit outside to even the count at 2-2. Broke shoulder in the windup. Pitch on the way. Fastball blew it by her. Strikeout number 11 for Ashley Brookshoulder. Quickly 2 down here in the 4th inning. And now we're going to take a look at third baseman, sophomore Kaylee Allen. Kaylee, a member of the Lady Wolves softball team, obviously. Her dad was trying to decide the postman, if you see around in Shawnee, where to bring his daughter. And he said, I'm leaving her right here in Shawnee for the potential of a state championship and to be on ShawneeCTV. Good look at Kaylee Allen, Lady Wolves third baseman. Ball foul back, rolls up the screen, 0-1. To Courtney Ledford. Ledford is the only base runner so far in the contest, as she was hit in the coconut in the 2nd inning on an 0-2 pitch that got away from Brooks' shoulder. So we'll see if she can atone for that and get the out here. There's a fastball right down Broadway, 63 mile an hour. And again, I'm not a mathematician, but I've seen enough TV to know that the equation to a fast pitch softball at 63 is about 94 or 5 for baseball major leaguer. Not a lot of time to make up your mind. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 on a 48 mile an hour changeup. She does atone for the hit by pitch on Ledford to end the inning. So we're through 4 innings. It's 12 strikeouts for Ashley Brookshoulder, and the Lady Wolves look to try to score in their half of the 4th. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community 1 season at a time.
Every detail tells a story, every sparkle a memory waiting to be made. At Elle's Jewelry, timeless craftsmanship meets modern elegance, designed for life's most precious moments. Elle's Jewelry is Shawnee's friendly jeweler.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Casterkey Tire and Alignment. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience. Tires, alignments, front-end parts, and brakes installed. Check them out on Facebook. Casterkey Tire and Alignment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Brittany Hampton leads off the bottom half of the 4th inning for your Shawnee Lady Wolves in a classic battle here of pitching supremacy. Hampton falls behind, no balls and 1 strike. Took a look at Brittany there in the top half of the 4th inning. The leadoff batter for Shawnee, the senior shortstop, looking to get something started as McClellan, there's a bunt, it's going to be fouled into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes, as the McClellan for the Lady Highlanders thus far has a perfect game going. And I mention that because usually it's the jinx. When you say something about it, it gets broken up. And me being the superstitious person I am, I'm going to say something about it. See, that's a sign that softball got stuck, didn't roll off there, so it's just kind of there. So now the Lady Wolves are going to capitalize on that. Somehow, some shape, some fashion. There's the ball going to be slapped foul. Todd Boyer trying to make the play over there at third base. Can't come up with it. Staying alive, however, is Hampton. McClellan's going to give up a sweet pitch right here, and we're going to get a single to left field. Or we'll have another strikeout, whichever comes first. Hampton goes down swinging, and the perfect game is intact. Junior center fielder Sydney Boyer now coming to the plate, number 22. Sydney saw a couple pitches that were borderline strikes in her first at-bat on the outer inch of the plate, I would venture to say. We'll see if she makes an adjustment here in her second at-bat. Open stance for Sydney, and that ball's going to be fouled off at the plate. No balls and a strike. Sydney, first pitch swinging, and that's usually what you got to do is you're going to see good pitches quite a bit in softball. So just go up there with a positive attitude at the plate and have a whale at it. And that's what Sydney did with her first pitch. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way. And the first fastball is going to be outside to even the count at 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Lady Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Lady Wolves of Shawnee. Only one base runner. That's due to the hit by pitch in the second inning. She was, however, stranded at third base. Lady Wolves junior center fielder Sydney Boyer at the plate. Here's the offering on the way. It's going to be down and away, 2-1. So most definitely a hitter's count here for Sydney. Maybe she can get something she can handle here and have a positive effect for the Lady Wolves offense. There's the ball hit to the shortstop. She's up with it, throws across, throws high. Oh, they're gonna say that her foot stayed on the bag as the throw from shortstop Zuckerman is gonna get Boyer in time. Coach Todd Boyer is gonna go down and maybe ask for a little help from the home plate umpires. It looked like her foot back heel was pulled off the bag. Umpire saw it otherwise. Coach Rowlett thought it was off the bag. Coach Boyer, not much of a discussion there. He heads back over to third base, but that's one of the first balls that's been put in play. Well, that's the only ground ball out we've had out of 12, 15, 21 batters, 22 batters. The first ground ball out, so that's a pretty amazing feat itself. Sydney grounds out to short, 6-3 for the second out. That'll bring to the plate Kaylee Allen, sophomore third baseman for the Lady Wolves. Kaylee, integral part of the success of Lady Wolves softball. Comes up, open stance, swings and a miss at a 53-mile-an-hour offering from McClellan. Now a little controversy here with the second out. Boyer grounded to short, shortstop kind of balled it, and it was a close play, but the umpire deemed her out. Ball's down, I believe it's 2-1 to Ms. Allen. Gray pants, blue tops, gray numbers and lettering for the Lady Wolves here this afternoon. 2-1 pitch on the way is going to be fouled straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the Lady Wolves might be picking up the timing of McClellan a little bit better here as the game progresses. Fouled a couple balls straight back, had a ground ball out. We'll see if we can get one in play to maybe find a hole somewhere. Here's offering on the way, and that ball is fouled straight back. When you have a situation where the ball's coming straight back off the bat, it means you're just missing the pitch. You're on it, for 99% of it, you're on it, but that 1% that makes the difference of it being a line drive single up the middle or being fouled straight back to the plate. So it's a good sign for the Lady Wolves to be fouling these pitches back. So we'll see if it goes on. Strike 3 is going to be called against Allen to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Lady Wolves, and they're half of the fourth inning. Through 4 complete, 0-0. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
Connecting patients to convenient, compassionate care in our community, that is First Med. A couple of things that you guys do that you specialize in. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about workman's comp.
Yes,
for a moment.
Yeah, that's a huge part of what we do here that a lot of people don't know about. We have contracts with many employers, and we do drug testing, alcohol testing, pre-employment screenings. We also do workers' comp, so if someone gets injured on the job and needs stitches, staples, break a bone, then we can absolutely see them and they cannot go to the emergency room.
Another aspect, you guys do all sorts of physicals. You mentioned physicals, but it's not just sports physicals. There's all kinds of physicals.
Yeah, so we also do Department of Transportation physicals physicals. We do the FAA physicals and a few others as well.
Well, your equipment is amazing. Talk a little bit about the equipment that's here.
Yeah, so we have the ability to do a push-pull test. We can do a lift and carry test. We can do eye tests. We can do also the hand grip test. That one's pretty difficult. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, it looked like you were having a great time doing it. And then all kinds of like blood work and different things.
Sure.
No matter what the care is, as long as it's not life-threatening, you
Yes.
guys can handle it.
Yes, we can.
So what's the difference between an emergency room and an urgent care?
Sure. So we can handle almost anything that isn't directly life-threatening immediately.
And what if it's a broken bone or something? Can you guys
Yeah.
handle that?
Sure we can. We also have x-ray machines as well. So we can look at it and observe it, then we can also take care of it and do a little bit of care.
Connecting our community with convenient, compassionate care.
Yes.
That's what you guys do.
It is what we do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to adjust your television set if you're seeing multiple zeros, because that's what we have thus far. 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 times across for both squads as we are in a pitcher's duel. Leading off is Brooke Zuckerman for Lawton and MacArthur Highlanders. Zuckerman takes the first pitch high and away for a ball. 13 batters have come to the plate for the Lady Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur, and 12 of them have gone down on strikes. And there's a swing and a miss by the freshman, Brooke Zuckerman. As we mentioned earlier on, a lot of freshmen on this MacArthur team. 5 in all, and I believe all 5 are in the lineup today, except for Brittany Moreland, it does appear. It's a phenomenal feat to have that many freshmen in your lineup and be a 5A state finalist team. Lady Wolves are going to have a visit at the mound again. Not really sure what they're visiting about, but they're visiting anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Thank you for tuning in to ShawneeCTV's presentation of high school state championship Lady Wolf softball. 1-1 pitch on the way is going to be fouled straight back to make the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd here. The Westmore and Broken Arrow fans are starting to file in as well. Their game's scheduled to start at 3 o'clock, but the way this one's going, it may not be available to play at 3 o'clock, as, again, we're in a great pitcher's duel by both young ladies. Ashley broke shoulder for Shawnee and Amanda McClellan. There's a ball lined into left field. It is a solo home run for freshman Brooke Zuckerman. That ball got up in the zone, and Zuckerman lines it into left field for the first hit and first run of the ball game to stake Lawton MacArthur to a 1-0 lead. That ball is lined into left field and no chance to be caught out there by left fielder Kara Pinson. All she could do was turn and watch it go away. Well, that pitch just stayed up a little bit too high, and unfortunately, the Lady Wolves had to pay. So here's another freshman at the plate, Zenora Zuckerman. And Brooke Shoulder will regroup from that and focus back in. There's the ball. It's going to be out in front and going to be fouled away. Hey, look who showed up. It's Superman, Brett Davis. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Didn't like to see that home run, and great performance at Ardmore, and good Wolves win.
Yeah, it was a great win for us. We played pretty well, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, and next week, who do we play next week? At Guthrie?
Yes, we do.
Well, that'll be a good one, but right now we got to try to figure out a way to get some runs on the board, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We got to get some players on base and try to get them in, so we're hoping.
You better get down in amongst the masses and get them fired up. And who else we got here today? Iron Man and Keiko, and who else is down there football-wise?
We got a lot of guys. Trying to think of who all we got. Like Carrie, Cameron. I don't know your nicknames for them, but we got some Ethan. injured guy. I don't know what you call him, but he's injured right now.
He's part of the Thunder and Lightning tandem. So, anyway, go get those fellas down there fired up, and let's get some Wolves victory.
All right, let's go Wolves.
All right, that's Superman Brett Davis stopping by. Thanks for coming up, Brett. Look forward to seeing you and your teammates Friday night in Guthrie. There's the ball going to be popped straight up. And lack of communication, and the ball is going to fall in fair territory for a hit. Broke shoulder, and Davis didn't communicate on the pop-up, and that's what happens, and that's going to be charged an error to the Lady Wolves. So after everything goes so smoothly, one of our tires on the bus has developed a flat. And we'll have to try to get that regrouped as Coach Todd Boyer comes out for a visit. And we'll take this opportunity for a break. You're watching Lady Wolves Softball on ShawneeCTV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see the scoreboard. Solo home run by freshman Brooke Zuckerman has taken Lawton MacArthur to a 1-0 lead here in the 5th inning. Ashley broke shoulder on the mound for the Lady Wolves. Got a runner at first, nobody out. Sacrifice trying to get laid down by number 34, Lauren Reneker. Ball high. As the second Zuckerman sister, Sonora, popped the ball up in front of the plate. Lack of communication led to the error. And the runner at first base with nobody out. Lady Wolves looking to regroup here. Turning the squares, ball's popped up right over the top of the head of Davis. Unable to come up with the foul ball, and it evens the count at 1-1. Both the third baseman, Kaylee Allen, and first baseman, Lindsey James, charge hard on the ball. Got to make sure to get the out. The second baseman, Sydney Groth, will cover over to first. Shortstop Brittany Hampton will roll to second, maybe trying to get the second. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Ball's going to be down for a successful sacrifice to move the runner, and the out is going to be recorded 3-4. So Lauren Reneker does her job by moving Zenora Zuckerman to second base with one out. That'll bring up Samantha Smith. As we feature another Lady Wolves player, left fielder. I've lost my spot here. I believe that's Erin Bonner out in left field today. Number 23, the freshman for Shawnee. I misidentified a while ago. Kara Pinson watching that ball, but it's Erin Bonner in left field. One out, runner at second. 1 run in for Lawton MacArthur here in the top half of the 5th inning. The solo home run by Brooke Zuckerman. That was the first out recorded by Lawton MacArthur in any other fashion besides a strikeout here through 4 1/3 innings. Broke shoulder with 12 strikeouts. She would give them all up to have that pitch back that Zuckerman hit out of the left field to give Lawton the 1-0 lead that they have currently. Broke shoulder looks in for the sign from Davis. Here's the pitch on the way. And it's going to be a stolen base for Lady Highlanders. Number 2, Zenora Zuckerman, kind of came about halfway down. And Davis's throw bounded down the third base line to what would be the left side of third base. So Coach Todd Boyer is going to bring his infield in, as he also is aware that runs are at a premium, so you got to knock down anything you can on the infield and try for a play at the plate. There's a foul ball straight back, and it's going to be foul tip for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big at bat here for Samantha Smith, and even a bigger out needed to be recorded here by Broke Shoulder and the Lady Wolves. Runner at third, 1 out, 1-0. Lawton MacArthur leads Shawnee. Beautiful afternoon here at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium. There's a pitch outside for a ball to even the count at 2-2. And a lot of times we talk about football plays to set up another one, and that could be a situation where you're setting up something back on the inner half of the plate to try to get the out. Never know. Coach Dennis Furr may try a little suicide squeeze here. Anything to get another run in. 2 runs would be huge at this point with the way that his pitcher, Amanda McClellan, is throwing through 4 innings. Here's the pitch on the way, down and inside for a ball. Runs the count full to 3-2. Brooke Shoulder throwing probably the most pitches that she's thrown in any inning thus far. Has the count even up 3-2. Full count, 1 out. Runner at third. Lady Wolves infield drawn in. Outfield swayed a little bit over towards the left field side, expecting Smith maybe to pull one if she does get a hold of it. Brooke Shoulder gets the sign, offering on the way. Strike 3, struck her out. Big, 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 did I say big? Strikeout of Amanda Smith. Now we're taking a look at center fielder for the Lady Wolves. That's junior center fielder, Sydney Boyer. Sydney is one of the leaders of the Lady Wolves team, only a junior. Good ball player, solid ball player in center field, Sydney Boyer. Here we go. 2 down here. There's a ball popped up to the left side. Will it stay in play? Nope, it's going to get out in amongst the crowd for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. At the plate for MacArthur is Amanda McClellan. She knows exactly how big this run would be if she could get it in, and we'll see if she can try to plate this second run. My good buddy Larry Benedict waving at me over there. I'm sure he'll have the 6A finals tilt. Good softball umpire, good friend, known him quite a while. No balls, 1 strike here, 2 down. Brooke Shoulder with the offering. Ooh, kind of a cross up there. Runner back. And the error is going to cost Shawnee a second run, as all you got to do is run the runner all the way back to the bag. But instead, Davis elects to try to throw. The throw gets away from the third baseman and allows a second run to score for the Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. Well, we talked about it early, and it's extra outs, and that's exactly what the Lady Wolves have given Lawton here. With 2 errors, they've allowed another run to score. The error on the pop-up in front of the plate that was not handled by either Brooke Shoulder or by Davis. And now the throwing error plates the second run to give Lawton Mac a 2-0 lead. There's a bunt. It's going to be fouled at the plate for a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And no means is this game over. Lady Wolves still have 3 appearances at the plate to pick up 2 runs. Don't need them all at one time. Just kind of get 1 here and 1 there. Get yourself back into the ball game. If MacArthur could do it, Shawnee certainly could do that and more. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brooke Shoulder sets and delivers. Strike 3 called. Strike 3 called to Amanda McClellan will end the inning, but not before the Lady Highlanders of Lawton Mac pick up 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 Lady Wolves errors, and nobody left on base. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. We're together, we're building community, 1 season at a time.
Honey, get me GI help for my belly.
Yeah, I need some GI help.
Not that kind of GI.
No wait. Appointments now for belly problems at Triad Complete Healthcare. Charlotte Barnett has insured regional business with commercial policies for over 40 years. If you want to get the best commercial insurance coverage while working with a commercial insurance expert, call Charlotte's Ford Insurance Agency now for a quote. Stewart & Clover Attorneys and Title Company exists to help people. It really is that simple. Whether you have personal or business legal questions or need help navigating land title issues, Stewart & Clover is big enough to solve problems, small enough to care.
Welcome back to Hall of Fame Stadium. As you see the scoreboard, 2 numbers telling the story. 2 runs for Lawton MacArthur and 2 Lady Wolves errors. Lawton MacArthur picked up 2 runs. Ashley Brooke Shoulder leading off for Shawnee in their half of the 5th inning. Brooke Shoulder looking to get something started here for Shawnee in their half of the fifth. A rally of their own will be just sufficient. Brooke Shoulder swings and fouls one down the right side and out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Senior hurdler for Shawnee, getting offers from numerous colleges and universities to further her education and career. Right now looking for some way to get on a base, as Shawnee has not had a base runner. That ball's high and outside. Oh, not real sure that she offered at that pitch, but anyway, first base umpire is going to say that she did. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooke Shoulder fouls that one back to stay alive with the count 1-2. Lawton MacArthur picked up 2 runs on this solo home run by Brooke Zuckerman. Then Sonora Zuckerman reached base on a error where the pop-up was not handled. Stole second, stole third, and kind of cat and moused her way down the line. And the throwing error allowed her to score the second run. Brooke Shoulder looks at the pitch, down and away. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon here at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium. Unfortunately, Lady Wolves on the wrong side of the scoreboard. There's a ball back up the middle. Brooke Shoulder gets it started for the Lady Wolves. We'll see how that one's going to be scored. I'm scoring it a hit for Ashley Brooke Shoulder. And the Lady Wolves have their first base runner of the game. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner, number 29, Shaylin Grass. Number 28, Brooke Greenlee. Junior is going to be the pinch runner. And coming to the plate is going to be number 12, Harley Davis. Harley probably feeling the worst of the Lady Wolves, but she has a chance, and her teammates were there to pick her up between half inning. At the half inning that you couldn't see on camera, they told her, hey, it'll be all right, we'll get it back. And now the Lady Wolves have a chance to get something going with the leadoff hit for Brooke Shoulder to break up the perfect game by McClellan. Both pitchers have just been fabulous on the mound. There's a pitch to Davis. Man, going to be called a strike, but I just really don't see how you could ever hit that pitch. But it's been consistent all day. Davis, the signal caller, a freshman. Tough spot for a freshman to be in. Here we go. And the pitch is going to be swung on and missed way outside. In that situation with the ball outside like that, you gotta lead with the hands and try to take it to the opposite field. That's what we're looking for right here to advance a courtesy runner, Brooke Greenlee, to second base to get a scoring opportunity for Shawnee. Davis quickly in an 0-2 hole. Now you got to choke up and protect the plate and fight a little bit. Show your little medal right here. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Ball's going to be hit to the right side, converging as second baseman, and it's going to fall out of play. Well, that's what we talked about right there, trying to take the ball the other way. Good job by Davis on the 0-2 pitch to stay alive. Hit it where it's pitched is what you got to do in softball. Slap at it, whatever you want to call it. As Zenora Zuckerman tried to field that one in foul territory, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes to the freshman catcher, number 12, Harley Davis. Davis digs back into the box, waits a pitch, it's on its way. It's going to be a ground ball to second. Zuckerman gets up, flips it over, but execution is the name of the game in softball, and Davis does a great job in moving Greenlee to second base. So it's going to be a ground out for Davis with Greenlee advancing, and at the plate will be Lindsey James. Lady Highlanders will have a conference at the mound, and we'll take this opportunity to take a break. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community one season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Wolves have a runner at second base. That runner is Brooke Greenlee, off the single of Ashley Brooke Shoulder to break up the perfect game. Lindsey James at the plate looking to bring her in. That's going to be called a strike for strike number 1 against the Lady Wolves first baseman, a junior, number 7, Lindsey James. James, a strikeout victim in her first at-bat. have been many of the batters thus far in the contest. Here's offering on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. James tried to go down after that one, just came up a little bit off the plate a little bit. Now she as well is in an 0-2 bind. Got to protect the plate, get the ball in play somehow. Maybe good things will happen if you get it in play. McClellan looks in for her side, comes set and delivers. There's the ball, woo, just off the plate, high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Lindsey James. Looking to plate the first run for the Lady Wolves here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Swing and just saying foul ball, just fouled by James, and she didn't make an offer to run down to first base as a drop third strike, so that's going to be the appropriate call, I would imagine, by the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Not really sure where that pitch missed at, and it looked like it was a dandy. It had to be just down, if anything. Looked like a beautiful pitch from McClellan. James with a great eye, better than a better pitch, to lay off of that offering. Fastball up and away, gets James swinging for the second out. Now coming to the plate is going to be Kara Pinson. Right fielder, batting 7th for the Lady Wolves. Pinson looking up to pick up a key hit to score the run. Pinson swings and misses at the offering by McClellan. And I'm going to tell you, folks, it's been a great pitcher's duel thus far between both Amanda McClellan, of Lawton MacArthur, and Ashley Brookshoulder of Shawnee. 0-1 pitch on the way is going to be taken high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of a little different scenario here in fast pitch softball with the corners in. I got to be aware of the slap bunt. So what happens is your shortstop will go after the pitch to cover third base. I think maybe we'll have that in the screen. Here's the offering. It's going to be down and away for a ball to make the count 2 balls and a strike. We talk a lot in baseball about the hitter's count, and this is exactly what we have here for Kara Pinson with 2 balls and a strike. You figure McClellan come back with a strike, and she does. There's a ground ball up the middle, off the glove. Here comes Greenlee around. Throw is not going to be made, and it's going to be an RBI single for number 15, Kara Pinson, to plate the first run for the Lady Wolves. Crucial 2-out hit for freshman Kara Pinson to cut the deficit to 2-1. Just what the doctor ordered. Don't have to really get both of them back right here. Just get one. Get one, and then maybe good things will happen again. As coming to the plate is going to be Malin Walker. Solid single up the middle for Kara Pinson. Placed the first Shawnee run. Here's a pitch going to be called a strike on the outer third to Malin Walker. Malin, the extra player, batting 8th. So production now, the 4-hole and the 7-hole have provided the first run for Shawnee here in the contest in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Oh, ball swung high and outside by Walker. That's okay, just takes one. That one's over, can't do anything about that. Got to let that one go and look for the next pitch. And Walker goes down swinging to end the inning, but not before the Lady Wolves pick up 1 run back on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 lady stranded. Through 5 complete, Lawton MacArthur leads Shawnee 2-1. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community 1 season at a time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, where Shawnee has cut the 2-0 deficit to 2-1. RBI single by Kara Pinson picks up the run. Ashley Brookshoulder dealing to Chelsea DeLong. Curveball in for a strike at 49 miles an hour to start the top half of the 6th inning. Lady Wolves get a hit/error from Brookshoulder to start the inning. Good job of getting her around to second base. And the RBI single by Pinson to Plater. 0-2 is the count to DeLong here in the top half of the sixth. Lawton MacArthur Lady Highlanders, the visiting team on the scoreboard. There's the ball going to be hit down the left field line, foul. And the count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch on the way is going to be hit towards the right side into foul territory. And the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Lady Wolves give up a solo home run to Zenora Zuckerman in the 5th inning. And then 2 errors plate the second MacArthur run, and that's how they picked up their 2. Broke shoulder again with the single / error, however you want to look at it. We're calling it a single because we can. And then it gets moved over by 6-hole batter Brittany Hampton and driven in by 7-hole Kara Pinson with 2 out. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here, and then just starting the top half of the 6th. Broke shoulder, sets, delivers. Ball's going to be down and away. Trickles back to the backstop for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Really good ball game that we've had going on today here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Broke shoulder, gets set, looks for a sign, comes to the set position, wheels and deals. The ball's going to be popped straight up. And making the catch on a ball moving a whole lot is Harley Davis for the first out. And we're going to take a look at another Lady Wolf player, and that's going to be right fielder, number 15, freshman Kara Pinson. Pinson did a great job of picking up the lone RBI for Shawnee here in the contest. Maybe she'll have an opportunity to drive in the game-winning run in the 7th inning. I'm calling it right now, prognosticating that one. At the plate for Lawton MacArthur is Brianna Rico. She grounds to third, throws high. Good job. Good job by Lindsey James to go up and get the ball and come back on the bag. As the throw from Kaylee Allen was high, James went up and get it to record the second out. And let's take a look at that first baseman, Lindsey James. And she made a good play on the high throw there, the junior. First sacker for the Lady Wolves, who makes an outstanding play to record the second out. Now at the plate for Mac is Kelsey Ebert. She bats with 2 down here. Crouch stance. Swinging away at the first pitch is going to be fouled up the screen. Up and back down. That ball almost got stuck, but it didn't. Kind of an amazing thing is gravity. What has to come up comes down, and it stops at that certain point. I'd like to see mark it just where they all stop and then start rolling backwards. Why I thought of that, I have no idea, but, whatever. 0-1 pitch on the way is going to be inside for a ball. 48-mile-an-hour curveball stays just inside. It's even the count at 1-1. Lady Wolves chinked away at the lead, got 1 back in the 5th. Got 2 innings to pick up 2 more and a 3-2 victory. That's what's going to happen. Broke shoulder, sets, deals. Curveball, changeup, 46-mile-an-hour. Had her extremely fooled to even the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or make the count 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 in the inning. Broke shoulder sets them down in order in the 6th. Lady Wolves try to pick up another one when we come back. You're watching State Championship Softball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
Great prices sell cars, and Casterkey Auto Mart truly understands that principle. Straightforward pricing with no gimmicks. Located on the corner of Harrison and Jefferson for over 40 years, shop at the lot or online. Casterkey Auto Mart. They're good people.
Go time, show time, get Get on your feet. It's my time. Go time. Showtime. Get on your feet.
Hey Mom, I got hurt playing volleyball and you forgot to pack my ibuprofen. You got hurt? That's okay, you just need some ibuprofen. Go to Eric's Pharmacy around the corner. They should have some.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the bottom half of the 6th inning. Leading off for Shawnee is going to be second baseman number 18, Sydney Groth. Sydney takes the first pitch strike from Amanda McClellan, the right-handed junior hurler from Lawton MacArthur. She has our team a 2-1 lead here, and that pitch is going to be down and away to even the count at 1-1. Groth looking for good things to happen here with this at-bat, the sophomore. Second baseman trying to get on, to get moved around and score a run. There's a little slap foul over towards the Shawnee dugout. Kick save and a beauty by Brittany Hampton, the on-deck batter. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outs now become premium with only 6 remaining, trying to pick up that second run to force extras or even 2 runs for Lady Wolves' victory. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at a pitch out of the zone for the first out. Got to be a little more disciplined at the plate in this situation here. Recognize that. I know it's tough. Got to make snap decisions, but that pitch clearly out of the zone. Now coming to the plate is one of the leaders, senior Brittany Hampton, number 25. Hampton looking to get on base. Squares as if she was going to bunt. Takes it down and away for a ball. Hampton is the leadoff batter for Shawnee, so hopefully she can get on a bag and Cindy Boyer can drive her around. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 offering. Got to stay back. Got to stay back on that ball. Evens the count at 1-1. That's what both Coach David Rowlett and Coach Todd Boyer were telling their leadoff batter, Brittany Hampton, stay in there, and make good contact. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Offers at it, misses for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lawton MacArthur leads Shawnee 2-1. Strike 3 called on the pitch right down the middle to Hampton. Now coming to the plate is center fielder, number 22, Sydney Boyer. Sydney looking to keep the inning alive here by getting on base for Shawnee. Sydney in that upright stance. Big swing and a miss from Boyer on a 54-mile-an-hour fastball to make the count, no balls and a strike. Sydney, with that swing, was trying to make up the run by herself. If she'd have connected that one, it might have been out the other fence. Boyer takes the ball down and away to even the count at 1-1. Junior center fielder number 22, batting second in the lineup for father, Coach Todd Boyer, is Lady Wolves. Ball's up and away. Looks like we're going to have an appeal to first base, and she did not go. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Lady Wolves looking to pick up a run here in the 6th to even the score. There's a ball popped up and over the top. Count will stay at 2-2. Number 22 at the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s are wild. And we need a double. A two-bagger. Boyer with a fly ball to deep center field. Center fielder's under it. And she makes the catch going back. Is number 15, Brianna Rico, to end the inning. Boyer hit it hard to center field for the third out of the inning. As the Lady Wolves are retired, 1-2-3. We head to the top of the seventh. Lady Wolves trail 2-1. You're watching Lady Wolves take championship softball on ShawneeCTV. Where together we're building community one season at a time.
Casterkey Tire and Alignment. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience. Tires, alignments, front-end parts, and brakes installed. Check them out on Facebook. Casterkey Tire and Alignment.
Pops from Play It Again Sports, where we buy your gently used sporting goods for cash. Today is a very, very special day. We're awarding the March Student Athlete of the Month. This young man is Avion Stokes, who hails from Tecumseh, Oklahoma. Avion, congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll go on the Wall of Fame right up there, and everybody who comes in the store will take a peek at you. Congratulations, young man.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top half of the seventh inning. Leading off for Lawton MacArthur Lady Highlanders, Courtney Ledford. Number 9, the first baseman, Ashley Brokeshoulder. First pitch is a curveball for a strike, 0-1. The Wolves trying to get the Shawnee fans up and on their feet, and they are responding. And we got shakers. I don't have my shaker. I should have confiscated one, but I didn't. No balls and a strike to the Lady Highlander first baseman. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Ledford, another one of the fabulous freshmen that Lawton MacArthur has. And they are going to be a force to reckon with for years to come in 5A fast pitch softball. 0-2 pitch on the way is going to be fouled at the plate. To stay alive is Ledford. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top half of the seventh inning. Shawnee trails 2-1. Ashley Brokeshoulder has put on a clinic today. I've lost track of the strikeouts, but it's well over 15, I would imagine, out of 18 outs. Let me see, there's been a ground out for 1 out. And I think that's the only out that's been recorded other than strikeout is the ground out to third base for Shawnee. Ball's going to be down and in to make the count even at 2-2. Ledford was the first base runner of the contest. She was hit by an 0-2 Brokeshoulder fastball. Runner was stranded at third, so here's the offering, getting ready to come. And it's going to be strike 3. Well, here you take a look at Ashley Brokeshoulder with what I would assume is about strikeout number 16 in the state finals. The all-everything going to be an all-stater, undoubtedly, in my opinion. Pitcher for the Lady Wolves has shouldered the load, doing the pitching duties in all the innings here at the state tournament. At the plate is Brooke Zuckerman. Zuckerman hit the home run back in the 5th inning to give Lawton MacArthur their first run, and it was a shot over left field that just got out in a hurry. Ball kind of hung, and Zuckerman took advantage of it. She has a 1-0 count. Tall in the box, squats down. Next pitch comes in, going to be called a ball high, to run the count to 2-0. Just because you're behind in the count, you don't have to serve up one right down the middle. We saw what happened there. The home run back in the 5th inning. We'll see if Brokeshoulder makes adjustments here. This time around the lineup. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. There's a ball back up the middle, knocks the glove off of Brokeshoulder. She recovers in time, and it's going to be an infield single for Brooke Zuckerman. That ball was lying back up the middle. Brokeshoulder gloved it, literally, and knocked her glove off. Unable to recover in time to make the play. So it's going to go as an infield single for Brooke Zuckerman. Coach David Rowlett going to come out and have a visit with Brooke's shoulder, make sure they're all right, and talk about what to do here in case of a steal, which you would almost try to think that got to play a little aggressively with Zuckerman at the plate and sister Sonora coming up. Again, only an assumption on my part that they're sisters. Similar builds, same name. And let's take this opportunity to take a break. You're watching Lady Wolves softball on ShawneeCTV. Welcome back. Coach Rowlett has given his instructions on what to do in case of a steal. A sacrifice attempt is going to be fouled into the screen by Sonora Zuckerman. Brooke's shoulder gets ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. Sonora Zuckerman popped one up in front of the plate. Had a little miscommunication. Ball fell to the ground. Was charged in error. And they scored a run. They, being Lawton MacArthur, scored a run to stake themselves to a 2-0 lead. There's a fly ball towards right field. Going back on it is second baseman Sydney Groth, and she makes the play for out number 2. Ball hit into shallow right field, but Sydney Groth retreats back, camps under it, and makes the play. And we're going to take a look at Sydney Groth. Sydney, a sophomore, did a good job on that pop-up to record the second out of the inning. Now to bring up Lauren Reneker to the plate for Lawton MacArthur. Batting with 2 down here in the top half of the 7th. Her team leading 2-1. There's a ground ball towards third. It's going to get through. And it's going to be a single to left for Lauren Reneker. Reneker, first pitch swinging, gets Brooke Zuckerman in scoring position. Looks like we may have a pinch hitter or a runner. Not sure which we're going to have. And it is going to be a pinch hitter for the Lady Highlanders. We'll wait to see who comes out for them. Whomever it is, she will be batting with 2 down. Looks like it's going to be number 1, Samantha Smith, a sophomore. She'll be batting with 2 down, trying to pick up third run for the Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. Brooke's shoulder, trying to stop it right here. Also have a pinch runner, Brittany Moreland. There's the 5th of the freshmen for MacArthur to see action here in the state finals. Exuberance of youth on both ball clubs. Only 3 seniors for Shawnee and only 1 for MacArthur. First pitch swinging. And we're going to get the out at third. Great job by. Great job to hang on to the ball by third baseman Kaylee Allen, as she is. Harley Davis throws out Zuckerman at third to end the inning. Zuckerman slid hard into the bag. Hope she's okay. We'll have an update on Zuckerman as the Lady Wolves try to pick up a run in the 7th. You're watching Lady Wolves State Championship Softball on ShawneeCTV. We're together, we're building community one season at a time.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Battershell, and I have relocated and continue serving family medicine clients at the Triad Complete Healthcare in Shawnee. I love what I do, and it's an honor to serve my patients. Please call Triad Complete Healthcare in Shawnee if I may be of service for you.
At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. A genuinely local atmosphere. The Oliver family has more than 70 years as butchers with Hardesty. If you're in Shawnee, you gotta stop at Hardesty Deli.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Hi, welcome back. My number is 24. Never mind. We need to run, Wolves fans, to get a state championship brought home for your Lady Wolves. As leading off the 7th inning for Shawnee is going to be number 26, Kaylee Allen. Kaylee digs in. Got to be selective. Swinging good pitches right here. Get something good going. Got broke shoulder coming up after this. McClellan on the mound. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1 to start the 7th inning. Lady Wolves trail 2-1. Here to the Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. Looking for something good to happen. There's the ball outside to even the count at 1-1. Walks, base hits, errors, hit by pitch, catcher interference, home run, double, single, triple, baseline balls. Numerous ways to get on base as that pitch is fouled to the right side to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Any way to get on a bag is what the Lady Wolves need in this situation. How about this? I prognosticated all day, some good, some bad. How about a leadoff hit for Allen and broke shoulder with a 2-run home run to win the game for the Lady Wolves? I'm taking that one right now. That ball just fouled away for staying alive is going to be Kaylee Allen. Allen, sophomore third baseman for the Lady Wolves. There's the ball hit down the right field line, and it's going to get out of play. So I like the determination of Allen and trying to battle to stay alive here with 2 strikes as the Wolves look to score a run some way, somehow, some form, some shape. Coach Rowlett with an errant throw on the foul ball. I got my rally hair on. I imagine I look really good with it on, too. We'll just have to wait to see how that turns out. Anything for a Wolves run is what I'm up for right now. Whatever means necessary. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good at bat for Allen. Working here. Here's the offering by McClellan. Ball outside to even the count at 2-2. I just feel it in my bones. I feel her getting on and broke shoulder taking care of it with a 2-run home run to win it. What a way to finish a stellar career at Shawnee High would that be? Woo-hoo! I got goosebumps thinking about that one. And again, the ball fouled away and battle, battle, battle. That's all you can do. Heck, I'd even do one of those softball cheers. They needed me down the dugout to do one. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Lady Wolves looking for a run. They're faithful up. Got the shakers going. Here's the 2-2 offering on the way. Strike 3 called. Pitch right down the middle, 55 miles an hour from Amanda McClellan. Will retire Allen for the first out of the 7th inning. That pitch was entirely too good to try to take there. Got to foul that one off to get you a better one. Instead, that'll bring to the plate number 21, Ashley Brookshoulder. Brookshoulder with the first hit of the game for Shawnee. A single back up the middle. Bats with 1 out. There's a pitch outside. Ooh! No way that pitch is a strike, folks. I'm sorry. Absolutely no way. But it's called that way anyhow for no balls and a strike. There's a ball into center field. Will it get down? It does. It's a single to center for Ashley Brookshoulder. And the Lady Wolves have a runner on here in the 7th. That's what we need, a single to center by Brookshoulder. We're going to get Brooke Greenlee as a courtesy runner in for Brookshoulder. And at the plate is going to be Arlie Davis. I talked earlier about Davis's integral part of scoring runs in the game that we did for ShawneeCTV back in the regular season. So here's another chance. There's nobody would like for more atonement than Harley Davis in this situation. Greenlee, the runner at first. We'll take a wild pitch right here. Hit batsman, whatever. Just some way to get the runner to second base to give us a chance. Davis with a pop-up to center, and the ball's going to be down. But no, runner didn't go. She had to hold up. Was Greenlee. Didn't read it very well. The ball fell. Could tell it's going to be a hit. But Greenlee unable to read it, and it's going to be forced out at second. Unfortunate situation, and Coach Todd Boyer now is explaining to Greenlee about how you got to turn to watch that to read it, and it was not read, and you can get halfway and then freeze and go from there. But unfortunately for the Lady Wolves, that's not the case. It's going to be what turns out to be a fielder's choice for Davis, with Lindsey James at the plate with 2 down. Unfortunate base running incident for the Lady Wolves there. Cost them a chance at first and second with 1 out. But instead, we still got a runner on with 2 outs, and Davis at the plate. Harley Davis will stay in to run for herself. Clutch situation right here for Davis. Lindsey James, excuse me. There's the ball fouled away, straight back to the screen. No balls and a strike. Got the hit to right field that we were looking for. Just a base running misfortune. Cost the Lady Wolves a chance to have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. So instead, got to do it with 2. But they can battle with 2, that's for sure. It's come down to this, folks. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th in the state championship game. There's a pitch going to be outside for a ball. Even the count at 1-1. Looked like a pretty good pitch, better than some I've seen him call a strike. But we'll take it. Anything we can get in this situation. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Change up, swing and a miss for strike number 2. Lady Wolves are now down to their last out, last strike. So we'll see if Lindsey James can battle up here and keep the season alive as the Wolves drive for a state title. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the ball game. Lawton MacArthur has defeated Shawnee 2-1 for the state championship. And we'll be back after these messages on ShawneeCTV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hall of Fame Stadium. You see the players and coaches shaking hands as the Lady Wolves have fallen just short 2-1 to the Lady Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. Congratulations to the Lady Highlanders, the 5A state champions in fast pitch softball. Great season by the Lady Wolves. They had to battle through a tough side of the bracket with number 1 El Reno, but just unfortunately came up a little bit short today. Momentarily, we will have trophy presentations for the Lady Wolves right here on ShawneeCTV. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There you see the scoreboard. Lawton MacArthur Highlanders, your state champion. We will have the trophy presentation for the Lady Wolves. Coming out to receive their individual award is number 25, Brittany Hamilton. Assistant Superintendent Steve Bell. Athletic Director Steve Fluke, as Mr. Bell gives Sydney Boyer her medal. And High School Principal Lee Hamilton accept the awards from Mr. Jackson of the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activities Association. Number 26, Kaylee Allen. Ashley Brooksholer going out to get hers from Athletic Director Fluke. Number 12, Harley Davis, being introduced here. The most appreciative Lady Wolf crowd. Lindsey James coming to get her individual medal. Kara Pinson drove in the RBI for the Lady Wolves. Number 14, Lynn Walker coming out. Number 18, Sydney Groth. Played second base today for the Lady Wolves. Aaron Bonner, left fielder today. Number 8, Don Webb. And now the reserves will receive their runner-up medals. Number 8, Don Webb. Number 4, Alyssa Davis. These young ladies put in a lot of work and time since the beginning, well, before school started, back in July, And this is the fruit of their labor, if you will. Number 9, Stacy Stovall. Keena O'Neill, number 20, coming to get her individual medal. Number 28, Brooke Greenlee, scored the Wolves Lady Wolves run on the single. Shaylin Grass, number 29, accepting her award. Taylor Werchin, coming to get her medal. Now I believe we'll have the Coach's Achievement Plaque is the next presentation. Coach's Achievement Plaque will go to Coach Todd Boyer. There you take a look at the head man for the Lady Wolves. Taking his Coach's Achievement Plaque from Athletic Director Steve Fluke. And now Mr. Lee Hamilton will present the 2008 Class 5A State Runner-Up Trophy to the Shawnee Lady Wolves as they go accept their trophy. Congratulations to the Lady Wolves on a great season. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to ShawneeCTV's presentation of 5A softball right here on Channel 99. Thanks, have a great evening, and God bless. Good night.